I still wouldn't have gotten hit. I think I cheaped out on like one hit because the guy was the orcs did not roll very well against me when they were trying to hit me. Like, why can't hit Metal Man? It's not a hit on you, Paige. Just like, why are they hitting me? Why? Hit me. Hit me. It's like when I have a character that has like whenever I have a character that has like hellish rebuke, I just like hit me, and they physically the dice will not let them hit me. I'm just like hit me, god damn it! I want to hit you with, I want to burn you with hellfire. Like whiff, whiff, whiff. I'm just like, I think it was like devotion. Like like whenever I actually get hit with devotion,
like,
I forget that I have that spell.
I can't remember which movie it was, but there's that one character. He just sees a volley of arrows coming for him. He just goes like this,
From,
and none of them hit him.
Yes, from the Dwayne from the Rock's version of Hercules.
Mm-hmm.
He's like Hercules is hype man, but he constantly is waiting for his glorious death, and it just never happened. Like, all right, it's about to happen, and then Hercules saves him. It's like, hey, that was my death, my destiny. You're welcome. Mm-hmm. Fuck.
Also, we are now live.
Hello.
As you can see, we've chosen a very Guardians of the Galaxy way to present ourselves.
Yeah.
Hi, I'll do you one better.
I am. Where is Talos? What is Talos? I fucked it up.
Why is Ren?
Also ale.
Okay, Grog. So we have Guardians of the Galaxy and Grog here. No, wait, so I'll do you one better. I'm just the catchphrase. Where is Anatine? Is Star-Lord? We don't have a who is. Why is Renus Trax? I'd say what is Talos is Doctor Strange, and then how is Tahiri is Gamora. Nobody asks how is Gamora.
Not doing well, generally speaking.
If we're looking at character personalities, though, we all know that Tahiri is actually Rocket.
Mm-hmm.
I need that guy's arm.
Yeah.
Why? Because I want it.
Yeah.
That makes
Talos would be Drax.
Talos would be Drax.
Good at murder, not good at conversation.
I'd say Ace is Groot.
Yeah.
He says a lot of things.
Ace is Groot, Anodyne is Gamora, Rin is Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On. Ace says a lot of things that are probably very important and very smart.
And me as the DM, I'm Mantis.
It's like whenever it's like,
yeah,
Groot, whenever he talks about not wanting to show his face, and because everyone hears him, no one listens, no one understands. Like, but I want to see your face.
Yeah, too accurate.
Too bad, so sad.
Fromby, you are evil.
Is Fromby sending you thirsty?
No, again? They didn't send me anything. However, they're posting crosshair content
tonight. You're so funny.
I'm
By panic as it reached a new level.
Oh my god, they just sent it to me! Motherfucker!
Speak of the devil and they shall appear.
Does the DM need a moment?
need a moment.
Good, 'cause I don't know
We'll
where.
be right back, everybody. We'll be back for another 5 minutes.
You're
Yeah,
not sorry, and you know it.
I will
Be
be right
sorry,
back.
you know it's in page thirst.
That's getting clipped, isn't it?
I mean, if someone else is energetic enough to do it, go for it. Just remember, I will tell you what someone once told me. This will one day make you stronger. I don't know how, but it will.
I don't feel strong when it's
I never-
Fromby cosplaying Crosshair and telling me to get on my knees.
Okay, someone needs to clip that part. Just the conviction of which you said it.
Okay, you know what? I'm not fucking ashamed. Fromby is one sexy motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ashamed. And I told them, you're not sorry and you know it. And they're like, you right? Motherfucker.
They own their chaotic good.
They're
It's
just,
just-
they are just chaotic.
There is a goodness to it though, because while you having to buy panic, you're not being harmed in any way. You are benefiting from it.
We should get started.
Hey, the Buy Panic Soldier.
It's a bi-reality now.
Wouldn't it be the Binter soldier?
I am the
binder?
Binter soldier. Bucky Barnes is bi. I will not be arguing this with anyone. That's just canon. He tried to hit on both Sam and Sarah. You cannot tell me otherwise.
Sarah responded in kind. Sam didn't like it.
Nope. Oh my god. Okay, Talos needs to get the fuck back here.
Well, you have time to
Oh.
refresh while
Hellos and Anodyne.
I think Anodyne's there, just muted.
Uh-huh.
See, I'm learning.
I returned.
There we go.
Found my phone. I had set it up against something when I was doing laundry. Whew.
This is the third time that they've sent me a thirst trap while I'm live. I just let them know that. They're like, again? I'm like, yes.
Third time's the charm. I don't know what the charm's for, but
I can't even use the Doofenshmirtz audio. I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice, right? Okay. Alright. For anyone who's watching, hello, welcome to Lost Mine of Phandelver. I am the Dungeon Master, turn to page 394. I'm here with Bard of the Midwest, Aki Obsession, JN Kitsune, AJ_Auditor, and Bryce Ossiles. This is episode 14 of our beginner level campaign, even though they don't treat it like it's a beginner level.
Crickets chirping in the background.
Alright, I think you guys are actually kind of halfway through the module now, so it'll probably only be depending on how fast you guys run through the campaign, it probably won't be that many more sessions until it's done. I'm projecting probably, at least by the time fall starts, we'll have finished the campaign. Yeah, and I think by the end of this, you guys will all be at least level 5 or level 6. You guys just finished up dealing with the orc party that had been camping out at Wyvern Tor. They had been known for raiding passerbys and merchant caravans and stealing their wares. And you were able to take them out. You took out the entire party of orcs, including their ogre companion. in a very grotesque, very brutal way. And you guys were able to proceed to loot the bodies before we had to end session. There wasn't a lot found on them, a lot of just broken weapons and such. I think 15 silver was found on the orc leader, which you guys can divide amongst yourselves if you wish. And then we left off with all of you looking to the cave that they were all camping out in and wondering what treasures lie within, and that's where we can start this week.
Here he just starts to walk into the cave. Yeah, basically, she just kind of goes, and I wanted us to be friends, and then just turns and walks into the cave.
Doop, 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 boop, boop.
Someone else is watching Tahiri this time.
Yeah, just like, yeah, I was just like, I should probably keep an eye on her. You know, he's thinking back of it, like, last time I was put in charge of her, she went and made friends with tried to make friends with him. We ended up in that situation. Follow me a little closer this time.
I'll follow the beam to the cave.
Let's follow the beam.
Oh, I also make sure to take the time to check on my fucking wolf.
Yeah, you guys did manage to do a short rest, I believe.
Oh, you guys also got
Yes.
healing from me too.
Yeah, and Anodyne shelled out some healing to people as well. So I would say if you want to roll hit dice, you can. I'd say between finishing the battle and looting the cave counts as an hour, which counts as a short rest. So if you need to regain any expended action surges, or if you're able to regain spell slots over a short rest, you can do so as well, or roll some hit dice.
I know Bob got healed up to full, but
Yeah,
I'm still like
Bob is
tempering the-
full. He's hanging in there. He's little shook from his near-death experience with the fight. He kind of still has his tail tucked between his legs. So he's hovering close to you to hear you wherever you go, because he doesn't want to be away from you.
I'm giving him lots of scritches,
Mhm.
especially being as he's a wolf, but I'm a
What
halfling,
the
so
fuck?
that comes up to like my.
I'm sorry, but you do make me face at us.
You know what? AJ, you get inspiration for that.
Yay.
And I need you to send that meme to the group.
Yes.
You're welcome. Handmade.
Yeah, if you guys can make memes that'll make me laugh, I will grant inspiration.
Don't you mean inspiration? Because it's Pride Month, bitches.
For those of you who can't tell, I recently came out as bisexual, so if the eyeshadow didn't give it away and the 2 pride flags didn't give it away, I'm sorry, but your insight is shit. But yeah, Roberto will be staying close to you, Tahiri, and he is gladly accepting all the love and scritches that you're giving him.
His head is like at my height, right?
Yes.
Because I'm really fucking short.
Yes. Alright.
I figured.
Yep.
He could
He
rest
a
his
tall
head on
boy.
my shoulder.
Wolves are huge, so yeah, he's a tall boy.
He's tall and I small. It's
Yeah.
a great combination.
What's funny, wolves are huge, dire wolves are larger than that. Dire wolves are around the size of bears. That's how big they are.
And then there are dire bears.
And there are dire bears who are bigger than bears.
Just be
Alright.
thankful that you dire moose.
Dire
I
consequences.
have a character in Pathfinder who
I
grew up
think dire moose are on the same challenge level as a Tarrasque.
Oh yeah.
it just has
I'm sorry.
yeah,
You don't
it just
fuck with the
has
moose.
like when they were originally like made, because depending on where you're gonna find, because they're found in areas that are like for lower level adventurers. So lower adventurers to fight a dire moose that has so much health. It's just madness.
Moving on. Tahiri and Talos, you guys said you were both making your ways to the cave.
Yes.
Yep.
Alrighty.
Also me.
And
Okay.
Anodyne as well. You guys make your way into the cave, and it smells bad. There is, decrepit, really worn down camp gear that's just scattered about the place. Most of it looks like it was probably plundered off the victims of this orc camp. There is the smoldering remains of a fire pit that the smoke that you've seen rising out of the cave is coming from. Towards the back of the cave, it looks the bedspread and kind of camp setup is a little bit nicer. You guys get the feeling this is probably where what's his name?
Marg.
Yeah, Brugor. Brugor
Brugor?
Axe Spider. You get the feeling that this is where he rested. And you notice that there is a chest setting next to his belongings. Okay, you disappeared for a moment. It was just Gritty staring at us.
I meant to click on Zoom and accidentally hit the stop video button, so I clicked it real quick, and my camera takes a minute to reappear. So if I turn off my camera, all you get is Gritty.
Oh God,
I see.
that's terrifying. All right, there is a chest sitting amongst Brugor's belongings.
Eyes on Tahiri, watching her.
I'm going right over to the chest.
I'm
Yeah, that's fate. You're flammable.
What do you do, Tahiri?
Did you say I'm flammable?
No, I said, Talos, wait. You're flammable.
Come on, I think.
I would
Made out of
like
wood.
to. I would first like to go and knock on the chest.
No response.
Does it sound hollow or is it making jiggly noises?
One second. I got a message from me back real quick. 1 second. Okay. So you knock on the chest. Jesus Christ. You've knocked on a hollow chest before, so you would hear that echoey sort of sound. You hear that knock, but it's kind of muffled. So you get the feeling that there is something inside.
I will check it for traps.
Yeah, okay, go ahead and just roll me a sleight of hand.
Dare I use the digital roller? Yes. Bad choice. 13.
It doesn't appear to be trapped at all, and through investigating it for traps, it also appears to be unlocked.
She looks back at them and goes, "Seems safe," and flips it open.
Make me a I'm just kidding.
They really
Alright.
expect to immediately eat me mimic style, okay?
Alright. I will say a couple of moths fly out when you open the chest up. But inside, you find a treasure hoard. And I'll read off to you exactly what you find. You find 750 copper pieces.
What? Copper?
Is someone writing this down?
I hope so.
I think Sarah is.
I'm writing it down.
Okay.
All right. 180 silver pieces.
Okay.
62 electrum pieces.
Okay.
30 gold pieces.
Okay.
And 3 vials of perfume. And upon close inspection of these vials, you can guesstimate their worth is 10 gold pieces each.
pick up one of the bottles of perfume and I sniff it.
I'm trying to think of like a fantasy brand of perfume. It's basically like an off-brand Coco Chanel #5.
Oh, delich.
Yeah. Eau de Lich is what it's called.
She will spray it and like walk through it and then turn around and spray it and walk through it before putting the other ones in her bag.
Alright, so you are taking all 3 bottles of perfume?
I'm taking all of the perfume and I go, I found Chinese, and point to the coins.
Yeah. Talos and Anodyne, you approach and you see the chest filled with all of this money.
How does she smell, by the way?
You're from Waterdeep, yes?
Yes.
Alright, so you recognize the smell of Eau de Lich. It is actually... Being 10 gold pieces, it's considered a expensive brand of perfume. And whenever you walked through, like, the higher wealth districts of Waterdeep, you would smell this brand of perfume every so often whenever the noble ladies would walk by.
Hold on, is that nightshade with a hint of sandalwood and demon's musk? You smell like my Aunt Matilda. That's a compliment.
Your Aunt Matilda smells funky.
Eau de Lich is one of those expensive but very alternative perfume brands out there. Only like the edgiest rich women would wear it because of the nightshade that's used in making it.
I like it.
I pull out one of the other bottles and I just spray it right on Annie. Like, I don't do the misty thing that I did to myself. I just go...
You just spray it on Anodyne?
Ooh, yeah. I would like to try to, not dodge, but like, just do like a fancy maneuver.
Right, make me a dex check.
Do I have to counter this?
Yeah, countering dex. Because of how fast you pulled the bottle out to spray him.
14.
11.
Alright, so Tahiri, you're fast, but not fast enough. You're able to whip the bottle out, and you have it, the nozzle aimed at him, and you spritz. The Anodyne, you're able to, like, kind of lean aside so that the cloud doesn't just hit you in the face.
But what Anodyne is going to do is sort of, like, turn it into a pirouette and sort of, like, dance through the cloud.
Dance through the cloud, okay.
Instead of getting just, like, hosed.
You are hit with this really nice floral rosy scent. This would be the D&D version of... Oh god, which popular perfume smells like rose?
Love Spell.
Yeah, the brand's called Love Spell. The particular scent is called Love Spell.
Yes, although that might be copyrighted by Victoria's Secret, so if it is, we're sorry.
Spell love.
It spells love.
Mm-hmm. We have Eau de Lich and Spell Love as 2 of these fantasy brands of perfume.
Now we just need blue diamonds.
It's just us 3 in the cave, right? Everyone
else Ace and Rin are still outside.
Can I use thaumaturgy to make it sound like ominous whispers are coming from the cave?
You can certainly do so. Roll me a deception check.
Are you projecting out, like, from the cave, or, like, from the entrance of the cave in?
19. No, in the cave, projecting out towards the others who are still outside, right. And I want ominous whispers, and then she's just gonna go, God, no, save us!
Alright, so Anodyne and Talos, you can tell right away that she is pulling a prank. And with a 19, for deception, I need Ren and Ace to roll me insight as you hear this ominous whispering and Tahiri's cries of horror coming from the cave.
Talos, you're never gonna dance again. Your guilty feet, they've got no rhythm. Did you know that?
I'll allow it.
I rolled a nat 20 with a +0 to insight. That's never gonna happen again.
Congratulations. All right, Ren, you're able to tell right away that this is one of Tahiri's pranks.
He's just gonna roll under his back and be
Because-
like, "Yeah, I'm not moving."
Because you also realize if something bad was happening, you would actually be hearing Talos and Anodyne as well.
Yeah.
Ace, what did you roll?
AJ.
He didn't message us that he stepped away, did he?
I didn't get a notification that he.
Sorry, I thought I was gonna be quick.
Not quick enough.
All men think that.
Sometimes the quickies aren't really that quick.
All right, I just asked to roll insight.
Okay.
Yeah, roll an insight check.
7.
You're 7?
7.
Okay. Ren, while you're able to discern that Tahiri is most likely pulling a prank via thaumaturgy, Ace, you firmly believe that something bad is happening to Tahiri inside the cave with the ominous whispers and her cries for help.
Karma's finally hit the kid.
See, Ren is just using the whole. We were just in a fight. I nearly died a lot. I'm tired. If she was actually in trouble, we would know. Ace is just like, fuck the kid.
Ominous whispers make you think that Talos punched me?
You could probably
Dude,
ask for it.
fuck
Are you
no.
suggesting that Talos would strike a child?
I mean, anything's possible.
That's like a child. I will strike.
Yeah, Ren just like flops on his back on the grass and is just like, I'm not moving. If it's important, the others will call.
I'm gonna take a look around and see if there's any other like point of ingress or egress.
I'm pretending I'm dead on the floor.
I will politely step over your body. Madam Dungeonatrix.
Yes.
Investigation 12 for if there are other exits or entrances to this room.
Unfortunately, this seems to be the only way in and out of this cavern.
Okay. Well, take us some time.
And the only sort of treasure wealth you could find was from this chest. Everything else is decrepit old camping gear.
Is there anything remotely related to either Glassstaff or the spider something, or
Let's see.
is there any hint? Because we are technically looking for our dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
To be technical.
Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like this orc camp had any relations to Glassstaff or the Black Spider.
Okay.
They just happened to be a roving band that lived out here near Wyvern Tor and just made easy pickings of any travelers coming up the Tribor Trail.
So why
So we broke into their house and murdered them. We are so nice.
There's a bounty, I think, right?
Yeah, there was a bounty of only 100 gold pieces.
So we broke into their house and murdered them for 100 gold. I feel so good about this.
Okay, correction.
107 gold and 50 silver or something like that.
Plus the treasure we found. So
Speaking of the reward page,
and the laughs we had along the way. Don't forget those.
But yeah, Paige. While I'm thinking about it, Ace will be at least cutting off an ear off of each orc.
Okay.
I vaguely remember trying to cut off a head, or was it a different campaign?
No.
That was another campaign, I think.
That was Calypso.
Yeah, as I say, I think that was another
That was
campaign.
Calypso. Not bad.
I was like, Terry cutting off something's
So
head.
it was just like, I'm gonna cut off your head.
I have a
Or
question.
maybe
I have
someone
many
did?
concerns now.
I think someone did.
Well, you all decided last game that you were gonna try to bring back proof that the orc party had been dealt with. However, that would be really hard because the paladin of the group kind of smited everyone.
You smoter. So if I remember correctly,
It is my primary function to smite bitches.
Wasn't there like a necklace or something in Wyvern Tor? That was like
not Wyvern Tor, but nearby in Thunder Tree. You were told in the Thunder Tree is. Let me look at the map. Thunder Tree is actually up more north near Neverwinter.
Okay.
And it's on the edge of the Neverwinter Wood. You were told by who was it? Let me look up her name again real quick. The lady that you saved in the Myrna. Myrna said that there was an emerald necklace buried beneath the beneath some storage shelves of her family's old alchemy shop in Thunder Tree. That was going to be your payment for rescuing her and her family from the Red Brand hideout.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys decide after you pick up your bounty from Phandelver to head north towards Neverwinter and then towards Thunder Tree, you could definitely try to find that necklace in the town.
Triangulation here. Would it be faster to just go there and then go back to where we did the bounty?
Well, let's see.
I'm asking off the table, because Anodyne would be kind of familiar with this area, I think.
It takes longer to get from Wyvern Tor to Thunder Tree than it does from Wyvern Tor to Phandelver. But if you wanted to go ahead and head to Thunder Tree and find the necklace before heading back to Phandelver, you could make your way up there, and then once you're done at Thunder Tree, just head south back down to Phandelver.
Okay, and it's not too
But
far.
that would extend your journey over the course of a couple weeks.
Oh, okay. And then how close is Neverwinter to Thunder Tree?
Neverwinter to Thunder Tree is 5, 10, 15. Is 20 miles east of Neverwinter. Thunder Tree
Okay.
is.
So theoretically, we could detour we could do Thunder Tree, Neverwinter, and then come back down and get the bounty on our way to Waterdeep.
But Phandelver, Waterdeep is north.
Oh, yeah.
Here's the map.
You know, I actually have the third coast guide, so I'll grab my copy.
Yeah.
So you,
where you guys are right now is very far away from Thunder Tree.
okay.
Let me calculate real quick, because each hexagon is 5 miles. If you were to follow along the Tribord Trail and then up the high road to Neverwinter and then go due east to Thunder Tree, that would be 125 miles.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Wyvern Tor is...
Damn, boy.
Meanwhile, Wyvern Tor is only 65 miles away from Phandelver.
Ooh.
So the shorter of the trips would be from Wyvern Tor to Phandelver. You could pick up the payment for your bounty there, maybe have a night's rest at the tavern after your 3 or 4 days of travel, or 3 days, maybe even 2 days at shortest, if you guys decide you want to pick up the pace to return home.
And just to save us some RP, Anodyne will sort of like touch base with the major points of all of this with you guys over a campfire.
Mm-hmm. So you guys can like just exude out another short rest if you wish to, while you guys are in Wyvern Tor to discuss this. So basically, your shortest route you can take is Wyvern Tor to Phandelver. Your longest route would be from Wyvern Tor all the way to Thunder Tree. And that's if you guys decide not to stop at Phandelver before heading there.
While everyone's having that discussion, I'm count out the money that we found in the cave.
Okay.
Everyone gets 150 copper pieces, 36 silver pieces, 12 electrum, and 6 gold. And I give 2 of the extra electrum, because there was 62, to Talos, because Talos did the most damage. You get 2 extra electrum.
So how much is that electrum for me total?
14 electrum.
14. How much silver?
Silver is 36.
Nice.
Anyone need those numbers again?
I is good.
Okay.
If
Yeah,
you
if I
need
have
to,
those,
take a
fine.
picture of the numbers if you have them written out and send it to the group.
Sure, if any of you can understand my crazy handwriting.
Well,
Sure, we can manage.
We can try.
Are you sure? Are you sure? Oh, and I keep the perfume.
All right.
That's mine now.
You have a bottle of Odelich, a bottle of Spell Love, and a bottle of Blue Diamond.
I'm just holding talk.
Blue diamond, Odelich, and what?
Blue Diamond, Odelich, and Spell Love.
Oh, okay.
I am making up perfumes for y'all.
Yeah. Spell Love smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
Ignore the fact that I'm writing this out on junk mail. Because I can't find my notebook.
There's an island called Gwyneth.
Hmm?
What are you talking about?
With the leader named Paltrow.
The Northlander Isle. Just off the Sword Coast. There's an island called Gwyneth.
Beware of the goop.
Ooh, library.
While discussing the two choices of direction, Ren is going to suggest the quicker of the two.
So to just back to Phandelver.
Yeah. Just in case we need to like actually take a break and use an actual tavern, it's better to do it versus take a long way and risk it.
Well, of course, that's a logical conclusion.
Plus, you could put another one of those kids through college.
Yes, I could do that.
When?
All the kids.
Either option is fine.
Education.
All right. And just a reminder for travel time, at a steady pace, y'all can travel 24 miles a day over a period of 10 hours. And then you would have to take a long rest. I would say you can double that pace, but it wouldn't be over a period of 10 hours because you would be basically dashing the entire time. So while you could double the pace, that halves the travel time you can do because the horses on your wagon would need to rest. And you would have to take a long rest and all that before you can proceed to do it over again. I know how to math. I really don't. I don't know how motion mechanics works in D&D. And for what I've heard, Ren has voted for heading back to Phandelver.
Yes.
As far as Anodyne is concerned, he was just laying out options. Whatever the group votes for is totally fine with him.
All right.
Yeah, Vandellan's fine.
I think Tahiri, in her childish nature, as everyone started discussing, she completely dissociated and zoned out for like the majority of the conversation, and is now doodling in the dirt.
To be expected.
I did not ask to be called out by a fucking character.
I'm just saying.
So no vote from Tahiri is what I'm hearing.
Tahiri, I think at one point they're like, Tahiri, what do you think? And she's like, what?
I smell like daisies and roses and whispers.
That's that. We're doing that. And then goes back to doodling.
Tahiri's a vote for yes. Just a matter of what. Talos, do you have an opinion?
And Alan would be an easier staging point to go from there.
So short list it is.
Well, do you want to make camp here, or do we want to start heading back? It's about 3 days away, you said?
Yeah, let me calculate real quick.
Sure.
Yep.
Welcome to my life, Sarah. I'm always writing
65 miles total.
What?
I'm always writing on envelopes and stuff. Whatever's closest, it's fine.
Okay, so it's actually about a 3-day journey. I calculated it's 2.7 because you can move at normal pace 24 miles a day over the course of 10 hours, and it's 65 miles from Wyvern Tor to Phandelver because you do have to pass through the sort of valley of the Icespire Peaks to get back onto the Tribor Trail and then follow the Tribor Trail down. So it's about 3 days. I'd say 2.5 if you book it.
Pretty. Yeah, which I think we'll be going at like a casual / faster pace since we're more familiar with the area.
Yeah.
We're not expecting trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Plus Anodyne's, beefcake, so.
Yeah. Alright, it's your decision if you guys want to go ahead and start making your way back, or if you want to camp here for the night and then head out in the morning, because you guys did endure some rough combat.
What time of day is it right now?
I'd say it is possible. I think it is a little bit past noon.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll make us some lunch at least.
Okay. I have no concept of fucking time when it comes to my games, honestly.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Would you like me to do a survival check to see if I find any game nearby?
Oh yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival.
Okay. It's not very high. Oh, well, 15.
Can Wolf be assisting with hunting?
I'd say that Roberto can assist, so roll that with advantage.
I say Bob is probably a big hunter.
Yikes. It is still 15.
Alright, 15. There's not a lot of big game nearby. You are able to come across some rabbits that Roberto helps kind of like a hunting dog is able to like a pointer dog, he's able to point them out, and you're able to humanely hunt them and kill them, and he goes to retrieve them for you. I would say.
Yeah, I'll snare them, and then just a quick kill.
Yeah. Okay, so I would say you're able to get 2 rabbits.
Okay.
And then there is a small abundance of blackberry bushes nearby.
Okay.
And if you take your time, you are able to fill a small pouch of blackberries.
Okay, and we still have rations and stuff
Mhm.
because we had anticipated traveling.
Yeah,
for about a
you
week or
guys
so.
actually had some really high quality rations that you had ordered before you left because you
So I'm
did
gonna
order food from the inn.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a rabbit stew with a raspberry coulis slash some like fresh baked pan bread,
Mm-hmm.
so like biscuit style. And then I'm going to. Is anyone vegetarian in our group?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Okay. I will also make a melange of fresh greens and sautéed potatoes and other vegetables with a white wine sauce.
Mm-hmm.
Can I spend part of the night trying to chip holes in the edges of either side of the tallow space that I have?
Do you have tools to do so?
I thought I bought some. I have a paint, my painter's supplies. I have a dagger and I have a crowbar. So no. Can I start going through everyone else's packs?
Are you doing it stealthily? Or are you just rummaging through it?
Probably not. Unless someone tries to stop me. If someone tries to stop me, I will then come around and do it sneakily.
That's when I now ask the rest of the party. You all watch as Tahiri. You guys kind of have all of your packs sort of kind of like bundled together as you sit down to get ready to eat lunch. You watch as Tahiri walks over and starts to open the flaps of everyone's packs. How do y'all respond?
Can we help you?
Put it back how you find it.
I can't believe y'all are encouraging her.
What do you need, dear?
A chisel of some kind or something to punch holes in metal.
Can you just use Talos's teeth?
Talos, come here.
Does Talos have teeth?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, no. Even the face, no, under like the bird
She's
face.
just gonna hold his face up to him like he's a stapler and just say bite.
His first his head turns towards Anodyne, like, why have you done this to me? And he'll instead take the face from her and say, where do you need them to be put?
Like here and like here, like little
Like,
ears.
He'll like turn it around and sort of like hold still and put it like up to where her face is, sort of like get a good idea, and then he'll look at her and kind of like look at around everyone else, say very quietly, "You want to see something cool?"
Obviously.
Is so Treasure Planet, John Silver's like prosthetic hand. You watch as Chalice's hand like splits open, and like a small drill appears out of one of his hands as part of his smithing tools, and he'll like drill the holes in the spots, and then sort of
What do you think you are?
just like, and he'll just like flip it back. He'll just flip it back to like his regular hand again, and he just kind of like nods.
You're a giant can opener. That's amazing.
That seems reductive, but I will take it as a compliment.
She's going to take the mask back and go back to her pouch and pull out the belt that she has. And she'll feed the belt through the holes and tie it in the back, and then wear Talos's face as a mask.
For some reason, my mind is going to Full Metal Alchemist.
Oh, bury the chopper and shit. Ren's just gonna be like, this is not the worst thing we've seen her do.
Oh, I also have the detective hat on top of that. So, Talos face, detective mask. Or detective hat.
This is
Talos is just like taking a whetstone and sharpening Talon, just like looking like
I
he knows
forget.
what's going on.
You have a monocle too, don't you?
Yes, but I didn't think I could fit that on the eye of the mask. I thought it might fall, so I'm leaving that in my bag for now.
Good to know.
He's just like sharpening the sword, just like he knows exactly what's going on, but he's just like, I'm not taking responsibility, even though I just enabled this.
I also have copper wire and a painter's kit. Don't worry, I have plans.
All right. So, about an hour and a half passes as you guys take this time to eat and kind of replenish after your fight. So, basically, 2 short rests that y'all have taken. If you want to roll any more hit dice at all, if you wish. Anodyne cooks you all a really nice rabbit stew meal, along with some healthy greens with it as well.
And the raspberry coulis. Can't forget that.
Where'd you get the raspberries? I said there
Or
were
were they-
blackberries out here.
Oh, blackberry coulis.
Yeah.
It's berries. Some sort of berry coulis.
Nosberries.
They taste like schnozberries.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. Do you guys wish to go ahead and make your way as far down the Triber Trail as you can? You'd only get about maybe 4 hours of travel before you do have to stop and rest for the night.
In any distance is better than nothing.
Yeah.
And
I'm
let me
kinda-
calculate how far you'll get.
Yeah.
Because it's 24 miles in 10 hours. So 2.4 miles times 4. You're able to get about 9 miles. So, looking at the map, you'll only be able to make it partially through some of the kind of hilly terrain that's at the base of the Sword Mountains before you will have to stop and rest. And then once you have rested and you're ready for the next day, you can continue on for the full 10 hours of travel.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Since you're only traveling half of the day, you don't have any encounters, luckily.
Yes.
I'm being nice with that. So if you guys wish to do any role play along this 4 hours of travel, you may do so before I have you guys stop and camp for the night.
Ren's gonna walk ahead of the wagon,
Okay.
just as like a forward scout, I guess you could say.
Okay.
I am going to go to the very back of my book, that last page, um, because it's a book that I'm sure there's like pages that I have not filled in yet in my book. I'm going to take the last page out and I'm going to use it to make um, how do I describe this? A poster that says, "Looking for meaning in your life? Look no further." And it's draw a picture of a hockey helmet in the middle of it. I don't know if I need to roll anything for that.
Sorry, I'm responding to a what? A what?
No,
Sorry.
you're fine. So I took the last page of my book out.
Mm-hmm.
I ripped it and I wrote on it like a poster, "Looking for meaning in your life, look no further." And then I drew a hockey helmet in the middle.
What do you plan to do with this?
I am going to make some copies of it eventually, or hire someone to draw me like 50 copies of this, and distribute them by stapling them to random trees in the woods in time. But I don't know if I need to roll anything to like see how well I drew my hockey
Roll
helmet.
me a performance to see how well you draw the helmet.
Digital dice only today. 14.
I'd say you draw a decent looking hockey helmet.
She's just gonna sit there and go, "It needs a place where they can learn more, but I don't have a house yet." And just like contemplate this idea for a while.
Alrighty.
So thankful Ren's off walking ahead of the wagon.
Is there anything else anybody wants to do before you all stop for the night?
No, and then it's just gonna like hang out with the doggo and do some occasional hunting when he's not singing with Tahiri and helping her with her crafts.
Okay. Anything Talos wants to do?
Kind of chilling, watching all the like. He's kind of watching Tahiri make her warlock propaganda. He's just kind of like,
Any input?
man. He kind of watches. He's looking at the watches and makes this guy like, he kind of if she sees him, he kind of glances over, and when she's finished, he kind of looks away like, that seems like a whole lot of none of my business.
I've now seen what my god looks like, right?
Yes. When you guys were making your way towards the Red Brand hideout, you were the only one who could see it, but you saw this I say he's at least 6 foot towering monstrosity of orange fluff with a hockey helmet and hockey jersey on, with wild beady eyes that went everywhere.
I just need to know because that helps change my religious symbol a little bit.
Okay.
Because I didn't have one and now I know what he looks like. And
You remember him clearly saying to you, "Let's fuck around and find out," when y'all were making your way to the hideout.
Awesome. Okay. I have an idea for when we
I
sleep.
have a headache now.
That night.
I have a headache now remembering that. God damn it. Alrighty. Anything else anybody wants to do before you'll stop?
Oh.
Alright, you guys are able to get at least 4 hours of travel in. You weren't able to make that long away of a distance, but that's fine. You're still within the hilly terrain of the base of the Sword Mountains. But you're able to set up camp fairly easily. If Anodyne wishes, he can cook another dinner for you all tonight, or to just, if there's any leftover rabbit stew, you guys finish that up. Yeah, and then you guys can proceed to have a long rest. I do need at least 3 shifts for night watch.
I would like to take the first watch.
All right,
Ren will take-
Tahiri
Ren will take first as
and
well.
Ren are on first. Anodyne?
I'll take whatever watch. I was gonna do first, but if Ren wants to be with Tahiri, I'm not gonna fight that.
I mean, if you guys want 3 people on first watch, we can do that.
Hey,
That would force Talos and Ace to each have to take a watch, though.
I'll go with Ace this time for watch.
All right.
So I'll take third with Ace, if that's right.
All right, and Talos is going to be second watch. All right. So, Talos, you're able to go ahead and do a small power down before your shift pops up. Anodyne and Ace, you go ahead and you turn in for the evening before your watch, which leaves Rin and Tahiri up for first watch.
Yes.
Don't be
And
hunting after any music playing wild creatures.
You know my supervisor.
You're not the boss of me.
Oh God. That's the vibe Tahiri gives off. They let
What?
you have knitting needles? No. I'm not even supposed to have yarn.
Oh yeah, they only allow macrame in the.
God.
I
Are we
just
doing
a second realized why you only do macrame instead of knitting.
Yep. No
Yeah,
sharp.
no served objects.
Are we doing a investigation for the first watch or?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it investigation or perception?
Perception. Yeah. Hold on.
Okay. Well, that roll we're gonna swap out for the.
Oh, that's awesome. 4.
Wait.
My defense.
Did we
with my
both just get a 4?
I'm currently distracted. Did you really also roll a 4?
Hold on. I'm
Oh my.
we both rolled a 4.
Oh no.
Our watch is going awesome.
Hold on. What does
It-
Roberto roll?
Oh, I didn't roll for Roberto. Roberto has a custom roll though.
Still, what does the dog roll for perception?
I want to say that he rolls with advantage. So let me make sure.
I think it's just with smells.
Oh, it's
I
just
think it's only
smells?
smells.
I mean, he could sniff the air if he wishes.
Sneef, sneef.
Okay, he's gonna sniff. Yeah, he has advantage on perceptions that rely on hearing or smell.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
Okay.
He got a 9 and a 6. So the 9 is plus 3, 12. He still did better than us both combined.
Roberto's had a long day. He's kind of paranoid.
All right. So, Ren and Tahiri failed their perception check
Yeah, we did.
very badly. Your only saving grace is that Roberto was keeping an eye out. And you hear him start growling and then starting to bark in one direction. And you both look up in time to see 4 orcs charging towards your camp.
How far into the watch is this?
This is halfway.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Because I
the
was
rest of
gonna be
your
taking-
party is still asleep.
Yes.
And
I
it
was
will
gonna-
take them a round to wake up.
Because I was going to be drawing Gritty's creepy eyes on the palms of my hands with my paint when this happened. Which explains why I was distracted. I just want to put this out there for flavor.
I don't even want to tell you what's going on in my head right now.
So the orcs get a surprise round.
Yeah,
Since
they,
y'all
they earn it.
didn't see.
Yeah,
And
we
the
start
rest
that.
of the three of y'all are still asleep. So you won't awaken until the surprise round is over.
Okay. I was just going to ask
Technically-
if passive perception meant anything.
Technically, Talos could find out what's going on because like he can still see and hear, but he's just like
Talos, you can see this, but it's gonna take you a hot second to repower up.
like son of a bitch.
All right, and I would say if y'all's passive perception was above a 7, you hear something approaching, but this is still a surprise round. You won't have any chance of fighting back. God damn it, Sarah. Since you guys are asleep, it will take the whole surprise round for you guys to wake up, and then you'll be up and ready to fight. 2 orcs decide to attack Tahiri, and 2 decide to attack Ren.
I deserve that.
Yeah, that's about right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they are using their bonus action, aggressive, to sprint up to you guys, so they're right on top of y'all.
Yeah, I deserve that too.
Orcs 1 and 2 roll their attacks against Tahiri. That is a 16.
Yep.
And orc number 2, a 10.
No.
Alright, so only one of the orcs hits you. With a great axe, which is 14 points of slashing damage.
Ow.
Alright, Ren. Orc number 3. That is a 16.
That is a meat.
That is a meat. Alright, orc number 4. That is a 24.
That is definitely a beat.
Alright. So both of them hit.
Yeah.
For a grand total of 19 slashing damage total.
Nice.
And by this time, the noise and the shouting from the orcs has awoken everyone. And I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh my Atlanta.
And during this slashing process, Tahiri and Ren, you guys get the feeling that these orcs were a part of the camp that you slaughtered. They came back to find everyone dead and sought you all out.
Oh, did they get a chance to taste my blackberry coulis though?
Stop trying to make friends with the enemy.
This is not going well for me, and I probably should switch to physical dice.
Probably.
Yeah, I saw what you rolled. Me and you are doing great.
We're doing
After
awesome.
that, after this roll, switch to physical dice.
To be fair, initiative's not like, oh, you need to do well.
This is called the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
It is. Say I deserve this.
Mm-hmm. All right, initiative 25 to 20. 20 to 15.
Oh, we're doing awesome.
15 to 10. All right, Anodyne, what'd you get?
13.
13. Ace, what'd you get?
10.
We're doing awesome.
Hold on. Did I get the highest initiative number?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
All right,
shit, are we
and don't
screwed?
forget to hear that Roberto has his own initiative as well.
You're right.
All right.
You're right.
10 to 5. Ren, what'd you get?
7.
7?
Roberto rolled an 11.
Alright, so Roberto. Ace, you got a 10, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Anodyne, Roberto, Ace, Ren.
I was muted. I was looking at something like when you called up for initiatives.
That's why I need y'all to raise your hands.
Sorry, mine's 16. Sorry.
Aha! I'm second.
Alright, Tahiri. Yep, Tahiri's going last. It goes Talos, Anodyne, Roberto, Ace, Ren, Orcs, and then Tahiri.
Mine was a natural 1. Hence physical
I would
dice.
say, because you rolled a natural 1, you are starting this combat prone. The force of getting hit by a great axe knocked you on your ass.
Yeah, that's totally understandable. I get it.
Yikes.
Alright. Top of the round is Talos. Since you were in a sitting position to power down, and since you guys all technically are starting prone, it will be half your movement to get up. However, I would hope you guys don't camp too fucking far apart. That way you're still, even with the rest of your movement, can get within melee range.
Yeah. So I probably would have been like near the fire, but like against a tree or something.
It would still be half your movement to stand up. But you should be able to use the rest of your movement to get to either the orcs on Tahiri or either the orcs on Ren.
I'm going to go probably closer to Tahiri.
Alright, so you have orcs 1 and 2 on Tahiri.
I'm gonna go up to orc number 2.
Unfortunately, since she is prone, you cannot flank.
Yes. Okay, bonus action Thunder Smite.
Oh god.
And I will take a swing with the long sword.
Alright.
18.
Roll me damage.
Okay. Uh, 13 slashing damage.
Oh god.
And 8 thunder damage.
This guy explodes when you smack him.
I just cut through him. Like, alright then.
Maybe we should just make another one with this, but instead of the crew, just Talos.
Yeah, you probably should.
You should have changed Talos' name to King Explosion Murder.
That is not a hero named Bakugo.
Nah, he's just like T-Series 3 Salad.
But I think that's all I can do this turn, so that's my turn.
Alright. Talos is done. Anodyne, you are up. It is half your movement to stand up, but then you can use the rest of your movement to either get to orcs 1 or orcs 3 and 4.
How far is Tahiri from me?
Whatever the half of your movement speed is.
Oh, okay.
I figured you guys all camped really close together, so you'll be able to get within range of any of them after standing up.
I'm gonna like just sort of like tumble out and just like casually do like a little somersault thing. The distance it takes to get to Tahiri. Okay. I'm going to touch her and cast Bark Skin, while also putting a shield like behind my head.
Okay.
So I'm sort of like
that's a free action, so you're now equipped with a shield.
I'm gonna armadillo this bullshit here.
Alright, so your AC is bumped up. And Tahiri, as Anodyne casts Bark Skin on you, you watch as what appears to be wood suddenly kind of from the where he touched you on your shoulder, the wood and bark starts to sprout and slowly begin to encase your body. It's strange though, because you're still able to move normally and freely, but you now have about an inch to an inch and a half layer of bark covering your skin and granting you this new sort of armor.
You are Groot.
And what AC does that grant to her, Anodyne?
Your AC cannot be less than 16.
Then my AC is 16.
Cool. So yeah, you are Groot now.
Tahiri is now Groot. She is baby Groot. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn, Anodyne?
No, because I'm still like sort of like she's prone, right?
Yes.
Still? So yeah, I'm kind of like I'm not occupying her square, but I'm like next to her, like sort of like actively defending her as best as I can without using the action to do so.
And since you have your shield behind your back and you're kind of like knelt over her,
yeah,
that still counts as standing. You're not considered prone.
Okay, cool.
All right. Prone is when you're like flat on the ground, either on your face or on your back, in my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So that does not grant the orc any advantage if he tries to hit you, luckily.
Muhaha.
All right. That's it for your turn. Up next is Roberto. What would you like Roberto to do to here? He is closest to you, and there is one orc left near you.
He is going to bite.
All right, and since he has an ally within 5 feet, he is granted pack tactics, I believe. That grants him advantage.
Yep.
All right, so roll me an attack against the orc.
Wow, he might not need it. Woo! Why wasn't I using physical dice this whole time? 1d3.
23, that definitely hits. Roll damage.
Is 2d4. Oh, here, you fucking pyramid. 8 points of piercing damage. And it needs to make a strength saving throw.
All right, give me just one moment to calculate. Strength saving throw?
Uh-huh.
All right, let me look at his stats real quick. It's a +3. He rolled a natural 1.
He is prone.
All right, so the orc has been knocked down prone after Roberto's aggressive bite to his shoulder. Anything else Roberto would like to do on his turn?
Snarl viciously.
All right. All right, that's the end of Roberto's turn. Up next is Ace. You are currently lying down on the ground because you were asleep, so it takes half your movement to stand up.
Yep.
And then you can use the rest of your movement to either get towards orc number 1, who is now prone on the ground, or orcs 3 and 4, who are surrounding Ren.
Ace will be getting up and then drawing his longbow to shoot at 3 or 4, whichever. Because I'm aiming
one.
3, only because
Right.
if I can hit it, I'm aiming for my bursting arrow.
Okay. So roll me an attack.
21.
21 definitely hits.
All right.
And you're doing a bursting arrow?
Yep. So,
That means everyone within the vicinity has to make a save, right?
Yeah, bursting area. Other creatures within 10 feet take 2d6 force damage.
Do they get any save?
No, it's just force damage.
Alright, so Ren, you will be taking the damage from the bursting arrow.
Yep. How
So
much did I
Ace,
do?
just go ahead and roll the damage for the one orc you shot, and then roll the force damage for the
Yep.
burst.
So the orc takes 5 normal damage,
Okay.
and then for the force damage, 7.
And is that for him and the second orc?
Yes,
Okay. And how much was that again?
7 damage.
Okay. So the orc you shot is looking pretty hurt. The orc next to him is taking the splinters of that force damage, and Ren, you also take 7 force damage as well.
Okay.
Anything else you would like to do in your turn, Ace?
Nope, that'll be it.
All right. Ren, you are up next. You have one orc in front of you who's looking like he is on death's door, and the other one who was also impaled by that force-like shrapnel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for the one that's near death.
All right, roll me an attack.
21.
That hits. What is your minimum damage?
Minimum damage would be 6.
Yeah, you're able to cleave right through him.
As he does it, he's screaming at Ace, "Don't get shot by a squirrel," he says. Gets shot by his own teammate, he does.
Alrighty, so orc number 3 is now dead. Anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
Yeah, would like to use my action surge to attack the other one, because
Alright. Roll me an attack.
I can use a bursting arrow. 18.
18. That hits. Roll me damage.
15.
You cleave through him as well.
Ren's a little peeved that the bursting arrow went off in his face.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
He's gonna turn and scowl at Ace like, "Really?
Mm-hmm.
Really?" And then he's gonna just let go.
Okay. Up next is the last orc alive. He will use half his movement to stand back up. And there is 4 people near him. Talos, Tahiri, Roberto, and Anodyne. So, Roberto is number 1. Talos is number 2. Tahiri is number 3. Anodyne is number 4. So he goes to swing at Roberto.
Is this the one that's prone because of
We're done.
Roberta?
Yeah, he used half his movement to stand back up.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Talos close enough to Roberta or Sentinel?
I would say yes, but I still get to go through with my attack.
Yes, I just want to
Yep.
make sure.
You're most likely going to smite this fucker, but he's still gonna try to attack.
Revenge for Roberto. Stop hitting our dog.
A 10.
A wolf's AC is 13.
So he whiffs it.
And then he just gotta see, he pisses, and he just sees these 2 glowing purple eyes light up like, "You swung it."
Target acquired.
Target acquired.
Ryan,
Threat neutralized.
you nasty.
Oh god.
What have you done? What sin
Oh
have you
fuck.
committed?
I can't believe you
I
done
can
this.
only share it with Sarah because Sarah's the only one who won't like completely derail the campaign if I mention it.
Are
That's
you
all I'm
fucking
gonna
kidding
say.
me?
We can talk about it after.
We'll talk about it later. But you
You
nasty.
know,
What?
sure. Just I rolled the 11. 18.
What is your minimum damage including smite?
Including smite. Let's see. 10.
How do you want to do this?
Is this the last orc?
Yes.
Talos is going to move to swing at the orc, and but as he does, he's using one hand. He flips the sword around and just bonks him right in the center of the head to knock him out.
Oh, so you're doing non-lethal?
Yes. I want to give him a nice mighty bonk. He goes up like he's gonna swing down at him, cracks him on the ground, cracks him on the top of the head.
You give him the bonk from hell, and he falls unconscious to the ground. And I say with that, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, because we are reaching the 1.5 point. So take this time to get up, stretch, drink some water, get some food, use the bathroom. We will be back shortly.
Can't escape this.
Be careful, you're gonna pull a page in a minute. You keep leaning that far over.
Oh, I have wheels on this chair. It's fine.
What sin have you committed, Brian?
Yeah, right. What do you do?
Sent me song
Hold on.
lyrics that have
Hold
been
on.
edited.
Hold on. I'm sure at least one of you is familiar with the artist known as Pepper Coyote.
Nope.
They are an indie singer, and pretty popular. Definitely very alt stuff. Like their album covers have like furries on them. But one of their songs that's really popular on TikTok right now is called "No Cock Like Horse Cock," and it's been stuck in my head all week because it's so fucking catchy. And
I know of this song.
And as soon as Paige mentioned orcs, I like switched it from horse cock to orc cock.
Oh, come on.
And it's just been like repeating on and over again. And then I like sent it to Sarah and I was like, you have to suffer with me too.
With the fucking lyrics
With the orc over
that he
the horse.
wrote orc over horse. The entire
Why?
my head hurts now and I blame you.
Did you listen to the song?
No.
Look,
It's
as someone who
so catchy. It's such a good song.
look,
Why?
granted, I am someone who in
I
World
don't
of
have
Warcraft
enough alcohol for
primarily
this.
plays orcs.
Half
So
orc.
it's not an
I do
immaculate.
not have enough alcohol for this.
Oh my god, I totally forgot Sutha's a half orc.
She doesn't have one of those. It's fine.
She probably does though, like pickled or something.
Probably has a couple pickled somewhere. Yeah.
Hydrated. Yeah, but I sent this to the ace in our group. Well, one of the aces in our group. Which is just
So it's just suffering at the sit.
What do you mean one of the aces?
Yeah. We have almost a full set of aces here.
Again, what do you mean by multiple aces? Who else is ace?
I mean, I'm gay sexual,
That's not ace.
but
Well,
gays because I haven't had sex in like 3 years. So
But you are attracted and you would have sex, ergo you're not ace.
I mean,
You're not ace.
I'm ace by circumstance.
I will
You're
say,
not ace.
I will say there are ace people who have sex.
But circumstances
Not
not make one
sexual.
ace.
Yeah.
Not being able to
Ace-
have sex is not ace.
Yes.
Well,
Being
it's
ace is
not-
not being attracted, not having the
Yeah.
sexual attraction.
It's
Yeah.
also choosing not to have sex, except under very specific conditions. Like I'm not just gonna go to a club and be like, "Hey, come home with me. Let's do it."
That's called having taste.
Yeah, that's still not ace. Because that's still
I,
under the,
however, am
that's
a
still
whore.
under the what's
Ace
it called?
That's why
No,
I'm
that-
gay. I'm gay.
No,
Because I'm not really ace, but I'm like
Then
not really gay right now.
I'll be the one who says it. If you're not really ace, don't claim it then. For those of us who are in the umbrella, you kind of make us look like a joke,
Gays. Well, you're not a joke.
but you're belittling it.
No, I'm just saying like I am not having sex actively.
Then you're not ace.
A lot of people treat being on the ace spectrum as a joke, so or as if it's not
I see.
real. So it's very easy for someone who is ace to feel
Invalidated.
Okay.
because other people are like, well, obviously, like how many times back when I was in high school, ace was not really a term.
Yeah, it's still
So
not
like
to me.
like the fact that I didn't have an attraction, I started joking around being like, oh, I'm asexual. People are like, I'm sorry, you're an amoeba. I'm like, no.
Or in my case, my own editor for my book saying, "Oh, you mean that's what women are because they don't have sex until they're attracted to a guy?" And I'm like, not remotely what that means.
Yeah, so we
Wait.
face a lot of erasure, a lot of issues because we're constantly the butt of jokes. So it's easy to get very defensive.
Okay.
Not only that, but it's also like, how would you feel if I said, "Oh, I'm only gay when it's Anderson Cooper"?
So many people say that.
But that's my point. I'm belittling it to be just like a
Well, I mean,
trendy
like-
thing.
I mean, I get that though. Like same thing with Johnny Depp and stuff. It's I don't take offense to that because like I don't know. If I have offended you, I apologize. That was not my intent.
Any sexuality should not be turned into a lighthearted thing.
It's Pride Month also. So we are a celebration of the spectrum of gender and sexuality.
Also, from what I've been told, because if you're LGBT, you have a +3 to your speed bonus this month. The
Sure.
rainbow gives you a +3 speed, because if you ever played Rainbow Road in Mario Kart, you somehow go a lot faster than you do in any other race.
Hmm.
It's very easy to fall off the ledge and
Yeah,
spiral
Just like-
into nothing.
just like when you find out you're LGBT, you fall off the rails and go completely like rainbow. So easily.
I am the panromantic bisexual. I am or as I like to describe people, I am a fucking mess.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
At least you own it.
Oh, yeah. Oh no, I'm well aware.
Make it Tim Gunn would say, make it work.
Yeah, make it work.
Done.
All I want,
However, how I simplify that in a very, very joking manner, only to myself, is when I call myself a whore. Because, yeah, I'm just, yeah.
no, like, if I could have a partner that believed in me the way Tim Gunn believes in the contestants of that show, oh god, I think I'd be happy.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like that should be goals. Find someone who treats you the way Tim Gunn treats the contestants of what is it, Runway Model?
Project Runner.
Project Runway. Because no matter what they're making, Tim Gunn's just like, okay, make it work. I believe in you. He just sends you off your merry way.
Yeah.
And he's not patronizing. He means it. He does believe in you.
Ooh, what is that?
Just like when me, Mitch, and Daisy were playing Apex last week, I was like, one of my friends got married recently. I'm like, I never realized. Most people want to get laid because of COVID. Me, I'm just like, I hate being single because I want to get married. Some people get baby fever. I get wedding fever.
Hmm.
Hi, Paige.
Welcome back.
I created like
a very different kind of fever, but I really
I
can't
created like a
You have the
segue?
disco fever.
and a segue.
Yeah, like 50 segues just happened in the time you were gone.
Yeah, it was essentially like Rainbow Road, the Mario level of conversations.
Yeah.
Ba, 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 ba.
I think the kind of fever I experienced something akin to what people call going into heat.
You and Mitch would have a
Gonna
long
sit-
conversation
But
about
then I'm
that.
just gonna have to sit here and just be like, well,
You and Mitch can bond over that.
yeah, we talked about that. It's like I'm talking about with a few people. Just like sometimes it's just like it just doesn't stop, and you just can't do anything about it. We're just kind of like, I guess I'm just like this forever now.
Yeah, it'd be like that.
I like how I swung this sword twice this encounter, and I just murdered, and then knocked out people.
You're dead, and you're dead, and you're also dead.
Just
And now
saying,
you are now taking a nap.
king explosion murder.
Wait, so are we out of combat already?
Yeah. Ren killed 2 of them. I killed 1 of them, and I knocked the 4th one out. He action surged and murderlated them. I got one with a good old sword hit. The other one I think got hit by somebody else, so he was already pretty low on
Ace.
health. And then I bonked him on the head. Yeah, I think Ace got him, and then I bonked him on the head and knocked him out.
Oh, and just so our healer can know, in that 2 rounds of combat, I went down from 36 to 10 health.
Jesus.
7 of those points were from our own side.
All right, Sylvanas. Would you like healing?
I would like a bubble at this point. Just put me in a hamster wheel.
Ren is just like, I've been violated.
No, Ren is just like,
Finding
I'll
you a
take-
nice
I am
new
the
shiny
victim of a
weapon.
hate crime.
And maybe instead of finding you a nice new shiny weapon, I should find you, I don't know,
a hamster wheel with TV and Wi-Fi.
A brooch of shielding?
yeah, like a brooch of or a brooch of like shielding or something to raise your AC. So you stop getting hit.
I think
My
there is
AC,
some-
I would say my AC is fine at 16. It's just when they hit me, they fucking hit me.
Yeah, but I mean, my AC is 19 because I have a shift. I use sword sword. I have a shield. But like, yeah, it's
I will use Cure Wounds at 2nd level and then go back to sleep.
Okay.
I will tie up our orc friend to a tree, and then I will go back to shut down. I was like, I have to be up in a couple hours anyway.
Just for reference, really quick, how much does Cure Wounds 2nd level do?
I am rolling right now.
Thank you.
It is 2d8, which I rolled 10 on the d8, so plus 5, so 15.
How much more do you need to be at full health?
11.
I
can do second wind if I have to.
I will
Well,
I will
also
give you
sleep.
11 with.
I mean, yeah, when I go to sleep on my end of my shift, I'll be fine.
I think with the remaining sleep I have and the sleep I'll be getting, the rest I'll be getting after my watch, I should count as another long rest. So I will give you 11 of my lay on hands. Tahiri, how are you doing as far as health?
Tahiri has put her paints back in her bag and curled up into the pile of blood that she is. I'm at half health.
Oh god.
Wait, you got attacked too?
She was not
Yeah.
prone at the beginning.
Oh my god.
That's 11.
Hold on,
I
hold on.
was prone this whole time. Like, this happened really quick. She got hit with a great axe and just went, no.
Okay, hold on. Retcon. I would like to retcon. Since I have 10 minutes, I'm going to cast Prayer of Healing instead. So
I will allow the retcon.
yeah, sorry, I didn't realize that you had gotten hit. So everybody in the party regains 15 HP.
I just, while you're doing that, Tahiri just like puts the paints back in her bag, pulls out some of the blankets she got from Glassstaff, and like cocoons herself under them in the middle of the in the middle of the campfire.
No.
She's just like, no.
You go in the middle of the
Done.
campfire, you're gonna be on fire if you do that.
I mean, like this circle. Like, she doesn't even like go to her tent. She's just curling up here.
Like, since Dallas
Take a
has to, like,
nap.
Dallas gonna
I
try
take
and
a
take
nap.
You
I
take
take
a
a nap
nap?
here.
I think Talos is gonna like scoop up Tahiri, go back to where he was sitting, go and kind of put her in his lap, and then go back and just shut down until it's time for his watch. He's gonna go like, you can nap here, it's fine.
Alright.
Just because she is Tahiri very vulnerable and sad.
So Tahiri
Robot dude.
foregoes the rest of her shift.
Yup. I'm going.
So
Ren and
Ren-
Roberto just like kind of pace like.
Yeah, Roberto is definitely doing a perimeter around the entire party now.
For the record, I look at Roberto and be like, today, me and you have had a rough day. I totally get it if you just want to go on strike.
He just whines and kind of like nuzzles his nose against you, Red.
I'm gonna give him a ration and be like, you know what, you were in the treat.
He definitely eats up the ration.
I'm not.
Okay. Luckily for you guys, the rest of your shift, albeit bloody, goes on uneventfully. God, Sarah, stop! I am getting Pan's Labyrinth vibes, and I'm freaked out.
I'm sorry.
That's
I
such a
won't put
great
them on my eyes anymore.
Yeah, after Talos gets up for his, he will take Tahiri to her tent and carefully tuck her in, and then making enough room for Roberto to go snuggle up with her.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah. So it moves
During
on.
my watch, Talos will have his shield on and ready,
Okay.
so that I can get the bonus to my perception.
All right. Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Cool. I say bonus to it's advantage, but yeah.
All right, and I rolled to see if the orc wakes up. He is still passed out. What'd you get?
Then that 20.
You are highly aware of your surroundings after that encounter. But other than a hostile orc tied up unconscious on a nearby tree, you do not see anything for the entirety of your shift.
Awesome.
Is there anything you'd like to do before third shift starts?
No, I'm good.
All right, so we move on to the third shift of the evening with Anodyne and Ace.
Do you just wake us up, or like how do you transfer watch? Tell us.
Yeah, I'll wake them up and let them know that didn't see anything, and the orc hasn't woken up yet, and then sit next to a tree.
So strange every time he does that. Anodyne's gonna take the blanket that he got specifically for Tahiri. He's gonna toss it over the bundle that is Roberto and her, and then he's gonna take his second shield that he, alternates, and he's just gonna put it on top to keep the warmth in and like a weighted blanket to make her feel more secure.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me perception checks, you guys.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I still have that goddamn song stuck in my head.
Which one? Castaways. We are castaways.
I fucking wish. I love that song. Ahoy there.
Ahoy. We are castaways.
One.
You rolled a 1.
14.
Alright, Ace, you're able to keep a better lookout for the night, and luckily nothing happens. Anodyne, you are still very concerned about Tahiri.
Uh-huh.
So instead of keeping an eye out for any potential threats, you're watching her tent.
Okay.
If there's any roleplay you guys would like to do for your shift since there's no encounter for the rest of the evening, y'all can roleplay if you wish.
Talk to me. You can talk to me.
Yeah, no. It kind of just keeps an eye out for the rest of the night. After the what happened earlier.
Yeah. The bloody wake-up call.
Bloody alarm.
Legendary. Okay. That's fair. I'm content with just sort of watching Tahiri's tent and praying to Sylvanas.
Alright. The rest of the evening goes on uneventfully as the sun starts to creep over the sort of the taller hills of where you guys are staying as it creeps over. Sunlight starts to cascade down upon you all as the dawn of the next day approaches. You all awake, now fully healed and rested, even
Yay.
after enduring battle during the night. But the orc who was tied to the tree also awakens. And is glaring at all of you.
I'm glaring back from inside my blanket cocoon.
With helmet shield. Or sorry, with shield held.
What do you all wish to do?
Anodyne's preparing spells.
Talos is dragging the bodies of the orcs off to the side, probably in a nice little clearing, and digging some graves. And just to a point, since he's probably still within line of sight of the orc, he's digging a fourth one. Just in case.
Roll intimidation.
I'm a conqueror paladin. Don't look at me like that. Okay, that is a grand total of 24.
Yeah, I rolled a 15 to combat against it. He's... I think he shits himself. If I'm being honest, he shits himself at the sight of a fourth grade being dug.
Like, he's been awake for maybe 10 minutes, like, well, that's dark.
That's gross, dude.
Anything else you like to do besides Talos being an intimidating fuck and digging for graves?
I'll make breakfast after I'm done preparing my spells, although I am going to give Talos a kind of like raised eyebrow. I'm going to look at the orc and give my other eyebrow a raise. So alternating eyebrows between the two of them.
Alright. Wiggle, wiggle,
Ren
wiggle.
is just waking up slowly.
There is bacon already frying in the pan. And there will be some Miyazaki-style fried eggs with, we'll say, chopped turnips for the breakfast vegetable.
So, this is just a Hell's Moving Castle breakfast with a side of murder because you killed Turnip Head for the turnips.
Oh no, turnip head. I totally forgot.
Your head looks like a turnip.
I never
never
liked
liked
turnips.
Dun, dun, dun. Rutabaga then.
Rutabaga, not ragamuffin.
Not ragamuffin.
I love how the word just triggers you.
Just think.
Just zinc. Alright.
And since think is a part of me. Then...
What do you mean?
Alright, so...
My brain just went to Terry Turnip from Game of Thrones. He's like, don't do drugs. Do your work. Eat your teeth. Just airing them, just a stream of consciousness characters. Like, you doing okay over there?
Alright, so
I only feed the orc the rutabaga. He gets no eggs.
Or bacon?
I'm surprised you guys are even feeding him.
For the record, Ren is in that like mood of like, until they force me, I'm not getting out of my like, I'm awake, but I'm cocooned, go away.
You're essentially a hedgehog.
Yes, I'm in very much a hedgehog mood of like, fuck off, I'm awake, but not here.
Okay, Gwyneth.
Excuse me.
Oh dear.
I was going for more of an Aizawa reference, but okay.
That's also fair. Well, we are mainly focusing on Brian's hedgehog character.
I know.
Oh.
Then.
Oh yeah, Gwyneth. Okay, never mind. Okay, now it caught me.
Gwendolyn Bryathel.
I
think
heard
after
Gwyneth. I'm like, are you talking about Gwyneth Paltrow?
That's where I was like, wait, what does Gwyneth Paltrow and sleeping bags have to do with each
Gwyneth
other?
Paltrow.
Since when did Pepper get involved?
She's always involved.
I
It's
think
true.
after I have buried his friends, I'm going to go over to the orc.
Excuse me, sorry. God damn. Woo.
Eating the rutabaga I'm feeding him, or am I just like
You're just shoving it against his face.
Wait, hold on. Are you giving him cooked rutabaga, or is it like just like the raw, like not processed
raw,
rutabaga?
fucking raw?
Oh no, that's just so mean.
He angered me. He stabbed me.
So the rutabaga for everyone else has like salt and pepper and a little bit of a mystery spice that no one can kind of like put their finger on, but it's almost like sweet and salty and peppery, and the natural juices of the rutabaga sort of like make it this like soft, like almost like a yam, but less orange and more tart.
Alright, tell us, you approach the orc.
Bring it.
Yes.
What would you like to do?
You're going to have words with this orc. Basically, look at him. Look at him, his glowing eyes behind a bird mask. Do you speak pig skin? That's what many orcs call humans.
Ew.
He just stares you down.
He stares back and then looks back towards the fourth grave and then looks back at him. You talk, you live.
Sorry, Paige just went mind blank.
Like,
I'm just like, how do I speak orc?
bad common usually.
Yeah. That sounds so stereotypical, though.
Well, the usual, okay, there's two stereotypes of orcs is broken English, kind of like very stunted English, or 40K orcs. What you want? Crumping gits. Yeah.
So just
very,
Cockney Oliver Twist.
Cockney all over them.
Pretty much. Cockney Slims.
God,
Although,
this is also fucking stereotypical.
There is also a new one I saw that I like, which is Southern accent.
What incarnation?
Country orcs.
Country
I love
orcs. You gotta blame Ford for that.
Yeah.
I dare say it should be a proper London accent.
I say it should be a high, tidy Cambridge accent.
Oh dear.
Well, Russian would actually be a really good
Russian
orc
would
accent.
be very good accent for orc.
The Rusty orc.
Be a lot scarier.
I know one person who wasn't here would agree with me. It should be your best Margaret Thatcher impression.
The Gwendolyn Bryer.
Oh, no.
Just saying.
God, okay.
I think there's an entire country that would agree that Margaret Thatcher's voice should be all orcs.
Mm.
Just saying.
Oh God, could I impersonate Margaret Thatcher? I mean, I've seen The Crown, so I have an idea what she's supposed to sound like.
Dude, Gillian Anderson, though.
She did such a good job.
Just put yourself in the mindset of willing to commit thousands of men to die over an island and fuck everyone else around you because you're in charge.
I'm just gonna do my best Margaret Thatcher impression from a line that I remember from The Crown. My goal is to turn this country from something dependent to self-reliant, and in doing so, I think I've done a good job.
That's
God.
actually
I hate doing impressions.
No, that was really good.
Unfortunately, she was very, very wrong.
She was very, very wrong. Majesty. I can do that very well. But no, the orc just looks and he's like, "What's the point? You killed everyone already."
You don't have to kill me.
Might as well.
Tahiri, stop feeding the orc raw rutabaga.
What he deserves.
Nobody deserves that. Come here.
Go have some bacon.
Throw one at him before I go after him. I just flick one in his face.
How well did you tie down that rope on him?
Pretty good.
One who did.
So I rolled a 19 on a strength check.
Let's see. What would it need to do for the
Roll a
test?
performance to see how well you actually tied that rope down.
Okay.
Because he's rested too.
That is true. 21. Wait. 22. I can't count. I rolled a 19. I have a +3 to performance. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Are you though?
No.
So
I'll
he
make my best.
goes to tug at the rope, and it shocks you, Talos. He's almost able to break through, but luckily you were able to tie him down tight enough that he is not able to break completely free. But you can tell he's back to his full strength now as well. And you watched as he was lunging towards Tahiri.
Tell me what you know about Cragmaw Castle and the goblins, if anything. And I'll hand you a weapon and let you die with honor.
I don't give a shit about Cragmore Castle. Place is
You know
run by
where
a
it is.
bunch of freaks.
You tell us where it is. We'll make sure those freaks.
I don't know where it is, so I don't care.
I would like to do the insight.
Roll an insight check.
Insight! Oh god. Hey! 21.
He's telling the truth. He does not know where Cragmaw Castle is.
Have you seen any large groupings of goblins around here?
Oh, they focus on attacking travelers. And because your insight was so high, you can tell that he's being honest.
He'll so technically he tied him up, and he also then tied him to a tree. He'll cut the bindings on the tree, kind of like pull him up, and grab. He has Talon on his side, and he'll grab one of the great axes. He'll look toward the others. I'll be back, and he'll walk him off a fair distance. Before throwing the axe down and cutting his binds.
You do that, he immediately attacks you. Bare fists.
Okay.
That's a 13.
It does not connect. And I will respond in kind. I will actually two-hand Talos. Not Talos, Talon. Damn it.
Maybe
I didn't
don't
want to-
name your weapons after yourself.
You also know I still have Talon,
Yeah,
right?
that was the name
Yeah,
of the
Ren
sword.
still has Talon.
He still has Talon?
Yeah, he's been holding
Yeah, I
on
never
to
gave
the
it up.
sword.
Figure that out later. We'll figure that out in a minute.
So technically, any of those longsword attacks you made in the battle didn't count. But I'll let that slip for now and say it was just the Morningstar you were using.
Yeah. It's the same, well, one-handed is the same damage die. Let me just fix that. Morningstar, not Town. Okay. There we go. Regardless, I rolled the 18 on the die, so 24 to hit.
Roll damage.
That is 11 piercing. They don't have, yeah, because they didn't smite up. So yeah, that's 11 piercing damage.
He's still standing, and he goes to swing at you again with his fists. That is a 19 on the die.
That hits.
All right. I think I'll say he gets a 1d6 for unarmed strikes. 1d6 plus his strength, that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
And I will retaliate with another swing.
All right.
17, 23. Can you stop? I fucking die.
What's your minimum damage? Is your minimum damage more than 3?
Yes.
All right. He drops dead.
Yeah, he'll take the hit and he'll just like crack him upside the head.
And he drops dead to the ground.
He'll tuck the Morningstar and shield back on his back, grab him by the leg, and drag him up to the grave.
You guys watch. You hear the grunts and clang of metal from behind some bushes, and then you watch as Talos drags the dead body of the orc to the 4th grave that he has dug.
If he'll as it's kind of like to like make them proper graves, he'll take each of the I guess if they all had like their cobbled together great axes, he'll put each one of them as kind of like their headstone sort of thing, and he'll commit their souls to the Raven Queen, and then head back, wipe the blood off of himself.
How do y'all react? As far as you know, he just committed murder.
Well, just exactly what I did. Tahiri's just like.
See, that's why you shouldn't feed people raw rutabaga. Because if that was your last meal, wouldn't you feel bad?
This wasn't my fault.
He didn't know anything about Gragma Castle or the gods. I gave him a chance to fight. He decided to swing at me with his bare fists.
I mean, you cannot change people's minds completely. You can only hope that they choose peace, but he died with honor.
That's all I wanted him to do. But he didn't know anything. I don't know if the others would have either. They seemed more concerned about hitting caravans and surviving.
What's that sound that I'm hearing? Okay, Ace, stop that, please.
Sorry.
It's like,
I'm actively trying not to like save the bandits with this character. I'm like, it's not Gwen. We're not trying to rehabilitate people here.
no.
And technically, the bounty thing said to take out all the orcs.
Well, we did that. I would say, I forgot to mention it earlier, and I should have, that Talos would have done something similar before they left. But, like, I think for the troll, he just kind of took a while, but drug him into the cave, where, like, probably where the troll was, like, sleeping. Or at least what's left of the troll.
Ogre.
The ogre. That's right. The ogre.
You got a two
Brain.
Or in this case, the yogurt, because
I blew the top half of his body off. Yeah. But yeah, so that's Talos' morning routine done. He's ready to get back on the road.
Quick question: how's everyone feeling? Because I'm starting to get the yawns. I noticed Sarah was getting some yawns too.
I'm still very tired. I'm trying to catch up from this weekend.
All right.
That's all.
Because
actually
it is around the time we usually would stop. I'm sorry if that means that we lost an hour of gameplay. You guys were basically finishing up, looting the cave and stuff, and then getting ready for your journey back. If you guys want to, we can stop here and pick it up again next Sunday.
That works.
Because next
That's
Sunday
fine.
is just going to be a lot of travel
Yeah.
to get back to Phandelver.
I'm probably making that a whole week from now.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, only because I gotta get up early.
All right.
Then it works out fine.
All right. If that's the case, our last shot will be you guys watching as Talos finishes up the graves of all of the orcs and regroups with y'all, let you guys know what had happened and why he had to do what he did. You guys are able to clean up, finish up the rest of your breakfast, pack up the wagon, and then just gather together and continue making your way through the rolling hills at the base of the Sword Mountains, heading back onto the Tribord Trail to lead back to Phandelver. And that is where we'll pick up next week.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
Huzzah!
I like how the last two episodes could be titled Talos Commits Murder. He's not even built like super murdery, but he's a conqueror paladin, and that's kind of what they do. They're meant to be terrifying and murder effectively.
Alright. We will pick up there next week. With that, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you for whoever stuck around to watch us. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night for Secrets of Pandora back here on this channel. We might be starting an hour late since our DM will be running late, but we will be playing tomorrow. So have a great rest of your night. We will see you all tomorrow. We love you all. Mwah.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, where's this stop button?